you ever wondered what the offensive terms for autism are, / the terms that offend autistic people? Well, in this video, I'm going to cover 7 of the ones that I think are the most offensive and ones that I kind of personally take offensive. So buckle up, you're in for a ride. It's a bit of a weird video, but I thought I'd do it anyway because, like, some people ask, like, is this offensive? I don't know. All right, guys, so let's get into it. The first thing I want to address is very simple. You know, offense is something that is taken, right, never given, but also if somebody's saying something that's guaranteed to offend people on purpose, this is what this video's about. So the first thing I'd like to actually state is that Aspie or Asperger's isn't an offensive term. A lot of people will have you say, oh, you can't use the term Asperger's because it's related with Hitler's friends. But it's not. It's not related to that at all. Actually, in actual fact, Hans Asperger was never involved with the Nazis, and he had nothing to do with Nazi party in Germany at all. He actually lived in Austria when Vienna was occupied by Nazi Germany. But I did a 26-minute deep dive video analysing the paper and where this kind of weird, like, rumour mill spread from, and how people get it completely wrong. And the only reason Asperger's isn't used anymore as a term in the diagnostic criteria in the DSM and the IDC is because the American healthcare system wouldn't recognise Asperger's as autism, so people were missing out on actually getting access to therapy under their insurance plan. So they changed it to be an umbrella term for autism spectrum disorder, and that's why we don't use the term anymore. Not because anybody was offended or anybody was a World War II, Nazi. Nothing like that. So yeah, first one, good. Oh, and that kind of answers the question. People say to me, why do you use the term Aspie all the time and Asperger's? Isn't it offensive? Not in the slightest, man. All right, so first word is the R word, retarded or retardation. Why would you use that? Why? Look, using terms like retardation or retard is just offensive to everybody. And you don't even have to be autistic to get this, but people will say that autistic individuals are retarded. And, like, I remember seeing a clip once when Elon Musk had bought Twitter. One of the execs of Twitter was was caught on a camera in like a coffee shop talking to some guy, and he's like, yeah, he's got Asperger's, and he's a bit, and he was like kind of hinting that having autism made him less of a person, which is super offensive. Like, what? I don't understand the mentality there. But needless to say, Elon Musk being the richest guy in the world and sending people to Mars, that's pretty cool, right? I don't know. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about offensive terms.
Behind me is awards that I have won, from MIT, YouTube, WeGo Health, Autism Hero Award, Business Smart Award. All these things happened because I became more confident than I ever imagined. I actually was not confident for many years. Now, I have put together a free download where you can take training from me for free to build up your confidence, lower anxiety, and actually just make life better for autistic adults. And this is what it covers. You can progress without doubt, even if nothing's worked before. Boost energy without having to need more spoons, even if you're running empty. Be social without overthinking it. Fit in society without losing yourself, even if you feel alienated, and speaking confidently without misunderstanding if people don't get you, right? All you need to do is go to the website www.bulletproofbrain.org right now and download your free pack from me. Link is also in the description of this video, and if you're watching on Instagram, all you have to do is comment brain and I'll DM it to you. Watching on Facebook, if you comment brain, I'll comment back with the link to directly download this.
Okay, so the next one is idiotic or idiot. People will call, like, people with autism stupid or idiots. And they'll say this because autistic individuals won't do things in the way that other people do things. So if an autistic person does something that seems slightly odd to somebody else, and in their own viewpoint they may find it quite stupid to do this or counterintuitive, it's no reflection on the autistic person's intellectual ability or anything like that. It doesn't mean they're idiotic or that they're stupid. It actually just means that they're doing something different to what you would have done. So I highly recommend trying to avoid using terms idiot and stupid around autistic individuals when you're referring to them. I mean, you should be doing that to anybody anyway, but autistic people will find this massively offensive. Then, next one is high functioning. And I'm combining this next one with the one after it. So high functioning and low functioning. Okay, so let's go through it, okay? Functioning labels are descriptive factors when someone is trying to say, I have autism, but it has lower support needs or higher support needs, right? But by saying high functioning, low functioning, you kind of imply that the person is high functioning in life. So how do you define it? Like, oh, you've got autism, yeah, but you're high functioning. What does that mean? Am I? Well, high functioning in what respect? You can't just say high functioning is a broad term. I struggle greatly in many areas. I struggle greatly in more areas than I achieve in. And those areas where I struggle in, I have to take medication for. I have to take therapy for. I struggle so hard with other areas. That doesn't make me high functioning as a whole. It's so interesting. But I understand when people are trying to understand the term, but I think the less we use those terms, high functioning, low functioning, the better our communication with autistic individuals becomes, because it is kind of offensive, you know, because it's derogative in a way. And when people use these terms, sometimes they do use them derogatively. And high functioning, low functioning, you know, so if I'm high functioning, that means somebody else is low functioning. Imagine being told you're low functioning. It's just as insulting as saying you're high functioning. You know, you either underplay or overplay the value of somebody's worth. And I don't think that's fair, especially autistic individuals. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Give this video a thumbs up. Okay, the next one is special. Using the term special to describe an autistic person is kind of a bit of a backhand slap. Like, oh, you're special, though. I mean, we're all special in God's eyes, right? But what I'm talking about is when someone uses it derogatively, or almost like pedantically, like, kind of, no, it's not passive aggressive. It's when they're saying like, oh, but you're special. It's really, really patronizing. So I would say try to avoid using the term special when talking about autistic people, because yeah, we're all special, but it's a bit weird, right? Like, additional needs, not special needs now. So it's kind of like, come on, man. Okay, second to last one is autistically. People use this term all the time, like, oh, I'm autistically good at this. What the heck? Like, who? Why you're not allowed to use that term to describe something? Like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, I'm good at, I'm good at poker. I'm autistically good at poker. I'm like, hold on a sec. What are you talking about? This is so insulting. Like, it's so offensive to use autistically anything. It's stupid. Like, why would you ever do that? I can't believe it. Why would you ever use that term? Anyway, don't use that term. Don't autistically anything. Just be you. Just don't offend people, right? No. And the last one is ignorant. Oh my goodness. Like, if I had $1 for every time somebody said I was ignorant or full of myself, or, arrogant. Like, I am not any of those things, but people think I am, because I have difficulties communicating what I want or my needs, and sometimes I don't want to be around social situations, and I just leave without proper protocol or other things, right? And people think that is arrogant, and that I'm full of myself, and I think a lot of myself. I don't. I'm a normal, average guy who has autism, right? But I don't think I am any more than anybody else. And it's kind of offensive when people say you're ignorant, because you're trying your best to not be anything but nice to everybody. So those are the terms.